I think the matter is very clear. The matter is just very clear.
The entire process seems to have failed.
Yes.
Out of 3 trillion, you pretend 402 billion. So there was no ample plan to actually replace the old notes.
The old notes.
It was just crisis reading process and policy.
And the old notes were expired by December, by what they told us.
So from what we are now, by the rule of Supreme Court.
Yes.
So where we are now, what is the way forward?
Yes, I think what even the President Bola Tinubu's government did was not the right thing. Because as it came in, these are the things that they are meant to check. These are the faults that they are made. And to make sure that wherever there have been faults in the CBN system and the printing of these notes and the putting the currency in accuracy would have been their target. But they failed in all this and decided to take on Emefiele to investigate him. So I don't know exactly what they are investigating that man on. If Falena should be the one that has identified that the notes should be the circulation of the notes.
No, I think there's a little contradiction in what you're saying. Now, Emefiele failed in that process.
Yes, he failed.
And so many issues relating to his performance as central bank governor. And he was removed because what he did was a disaster.
Noted.
That policy was a disaster and many people died. Some banks were to be burnt down.
Yes.
And so many things happened. And Nigerians suffered a lot of hardship. That debacle was an unfortunate dream.
Serious
that Nigerians
regretted it.
Woke up from and wouldn't want to go back to again. Now, Tinubu administration came and started a banking reform. The drift in what you're saying, and which will be legitimate, is that in starting this banking reform, this issue of redesigned note should have been part of the policy. We've not had anything about that.
No, we've not had anything about that.
We've not had anything about that. All we're hearing is Forex,
fraud,
unifying the Forex, both black market and all that, changing the henchmen, changing directors and governors and deputy governors, and some other policies, of checking the ways and means issue, the loan burden on central bank and all that. These are some of the policies they are throwing up.
Yeah, but the currency circulation
has not been.
That has not been done.
Nothing has been done.
It was just left.
They have not said anything about it. If they have done anything, we are not aware.
We are not aware.
And it doesn't seem to be in the public space. And I think that's what Falana is talking about.
Yes.
And to obey the Supreme Court ruling doesn't seem to be feasible with the government, with the bank having printed only 402 billion when 3 trillion ought to have been phased out. So we don't have enough to phase out the old. As you're phasing out the old, then you should bring a commensurate amount of cash to phase it out or to replace it.
And if you look at the number of months we have now, we're in October now, November, December. So this remaining 2 months, I don't think the federal government or CBN could be able to allow Nigerians to phase out the old notes.